Steve Miller, and welcome to my latest video of how I use DxO Photolab to edit my photos. I just thought I'd do this quick video about how I set up my Wacom tablet. I use a Wacom Intuos Pro small tablet for doing my editing. I just found it so much easier editing photos using a tablet. And I know I've mentioned it a few times, so I just thought I'd go in and show how I set that up. How I go into the Wacom settings to set up all my settings for my tablet. First thing we need to know really is if you go into DxO, you can go into the help menu and it'll show you can find out all the keyboard shortcuts, which is what you need to know really, so you can put these onto the settings for the Wacom tablet. So these are where they show you all the keyboard shortcuts that you can use in DxO Photolab. So then what we need to do is we go into the Wacom Center. You'll have well, on the Mac, I don't know what it's like on the a Windows PC, but on the Mac we go in the Wacom Center, and this is where you set up all your the shortcuts to use on your tablet. I'm left-handed, so I have to set it for someone who's left-handed. So if I go in and go on the mapping for the, I think it shows in, you have to go on the grip pen settings and make sure, first of all, DxO Photolab is added to the applications to use on your Wacom tablet. If not, it'll just try and use these default settings that it's been set up when you first install a Wacom tablet. So you can set it up for different programs. I've got it for Photolab, Capture One 23, it's an old Capture One that I sometimes use still, and Affinity Photo 2. So first of all, I'd have to, I want to, because I'm left-handed, I want the express keys on my Wacom tablet on the right hand side. So if you go into the grip pen settings, make sure you've got Photolab highlighted, and then you can put your express keys on the left or right. Like I say, because I'm left-handed, it's better for me to have them on the right because I'm using my pen with my left hand. So that's first thing you need to do. Obviously, if you're right-handed, you'd do it the other way around. You'd have your express keys on the left. Right, now you can go in and I'll just show you what I have set up on my pen. I have the clicker. You have a clicker on the side of the pen, and I use the top clicker to bring the loop view in and out, and then the bottom clicker I have as a modifier command. That is so I can use it for I use the command and then the scroll key to make the brush. If I use a brush, I can make the brush bigger or smaller. I'll show you how all this works. These are just how I do have it set up. So what you'd have to do is, like for your if you'd have to go in, if you look there, I've got that set up as a loop, so I've called it loop, and the shortcut key in Photolab is S to bring the loop in and out. So what I've done, I've put S in there. You can clear when you first start, there'll be nothing in there. So I just named it loop because that's what I want, and then you say what command you want that particular button to use, and it S was for the to bring the loop in and out. So you just go through and you can do this for your different settings. The functions I use a lot for my function keys. I have, if you can see, I have the top three buttons. I have a copy settings and a paste settings, and then I have one set to bring in the photo library, to swap between the photo library. And the bottom keys, I'll have crop set up on one. I have a modifier, the option key, on another, and I'll show you why I have that set, and then the heal command to, which is N. So normally, if you wanted to bring in the heal brush, you'd hit N on the your keyboard, but I've got it set so I can just do it on my tablet now. It's just so much quicker. So that is how you set it up. So you just go through, and you'd have to set all this up. I mean, a lot of these I have left as they were. I've got that one. I think that's how it comes in from the Wacom tablet. How they have actually get set. So I've just left that as default. So really, that's all I've set. I've done the express keys and the grip pen. And I'll just show you how it works. It's quite easy. Once you have that set up, it's like if I'm doing this, if I'm working on these sports images, so what I'd do for this image, in fact I'd put this preset on all these images, but if I just say, right, I want that preset, and then I'd do a quick crop on that image to how I like it. So I'm just hitting the return key to set that. And now all I need to do, I can go copy settings, that'll copy all the settings on that photo, go to the next photo, and I can just hit this express key, paste settings. So I can go through, I can just use the arrow key to go through, and I can paste them settings on, all the photos quite easily. Very quick for doing my sports images. So that's the express key, and of course, like I was saying, I've got the crop tool set to this. If you just look over here, it brings up the express key set, so I can just hit the crop and the crop tool comes in. So I'm not really, my hands aren't leaving the tablet, so it's quite quick. The heel, same again. If I just hit that button, I've got a heel tool, so it is really quick to, once you get used to it, it speeds up your workflow a lot. The other things I'll show is, I've just found this out myself really, if you're doing the brushes, I'll just show you on the pen, like I say, all I have to do now is one click on the top button of my pen, and it's bringing the loop tool in. Click again, takes it off. So my hand's not leaving the pen, I'm not having to use the keyboard. Another one is that now you can use the brush, and what I can do is, because I've got the bottom clicker set to the modifier command, if I hold that down, and now I can use the scroll actually I'll show you there. On my Wacom tablet, you've got a scroll wheel in the middle. If I hold down the bottom key and then use the scroller on the Wacom tablet, I can do the size. It's a bit slow, but it does work. If I don't hold the clicker down with the command modifier, I'll just zoom in and out. So I'm just using the scroll to zoom in and out now on my Wacom tablet. As soon as I hold that clicker button with the modifier command, I can change the size of the brush using the scroll. So that is quite handy. The other thing I have set is if I just do a quick brush on this image, not that I would, but if I just do a quick brush, and because I've got a key on the express key, I've got the option modifier set to one of my keys. As soon as I hold that down, it turns the brush into an eraser. So quite quick to add a brush, like a brush on mask, and then if I just hold the option key, and now it's set to eraser. So once you get that muscle memory, once you get used to using these things, it's really quick to. That just shows how easy it is. A lot easier using the Wacom tablet for doing your photo edits. Just thought I'd share that one because I think it was Cynthia Miller, no relation, but she asked. I know she'd had a problem with the Wacom tablet. I think she used a different tablet than mine, but I'm sure some of the settings will be similar. They might not have the express keys, but if you have got a Wacom tablet, that is just a quick overview of what you can actually do. You can set, your tablet to make life a lot easier. I mean, that's how I've chose how to use it. I mean, you might use different tools a lot more than me, so you'd map them to your Wacom tablet So the tools that you use the most, you just do that. Right. So that's it. Like I always say, if you have any more suggestions of how you'd like me to cover on using Photolab, just leave it in the suggestions below. Right. Thanks for watching. Bye.